If you're learning to safely use herbs for your family, and you want to confidently learn to use herbs and create a customized herbal apothecary to serve your family or even your community, I can help. Or if you're a growing healer and want to have the support of a community cheering you on, you'll see how the DIY Herbal Fellowship can get you there easier and faster. I'm Christielle, the founder of the DIY Herbal Fellowship, and during our time together today, I'm going to outline how you can confidently learn to use local herbs safely and effectively to craft the herbal remedies you need to stock for an herbal apothecary in your home or even in your community. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to get there with a lot more ease. And it's all because of the framework I've developed behind the DIY Herbal Fellowship. However, before we get into the details, let's take a step back. In order to confidently learn to use herbs and make your own herbal remedies, you've got to understand where you're working from. So what is it about learning to safely use herbs with your family that has you wanting more? And most importantly, why haven't you made the progress you know you're capable of? Here's a fact. Old habits stop people from getting what they want more than anything else. They keep you stuck. And it happens on a subconscious level. Let's face it, dealing with knowing which herbs are safe and reliable can be tough. But worse are the negative thoughts and doubts that creep in. If you've ever asked yourself, can I even do this? Is it even legal? It's okay. That's totally normal. To be honest, a lot of successful healers had these very thoughts. In fact, so did I. I remember lying awake at night, wondering, would the authorities come and take my children if I started to use herbs for common health issues instead of over-the-counter drugs or prescription medicines? To make matters worse, it seemed like other people doubted me too. And if you know how it feels to have someone close to you question what's important to you, well, you know what it's like. It's tough. But then I realized something. I could let this become my truth and have it stop me from getting what I wanted, or I could tap into all that energy and time I spent worrying and channel it so it gets me closer to my goals. Because worrying takes a lot of energy, right? You know how worn out it makes you feel. So the great news is, if you feel this way, it's actually a good thing. Yeah, it actually is. You've got all the strength you need. You just need to harness it and use it in a better way. And nothing will make you feel better than taking action toward making your goals a reality. But what actions to take? Well, I'm going to share that in just a few minutes. Before I get into it, let's look at a few facts. Every year, there are people just like you who are successfully learning to confidently use herbs and make herbal remedies, even building a robust and comprehensive herbal apothecary for their families or even their communities. In fact, there are more people today who do this than ever before. With all the information, tools, and resources out there, it's never been easier. Now, I didn't say it was easy. Remember, old habits are not easy to change, but with what's available to us right now, it's the absolute best time to make this happen, especially if you're committed to knowing how to confidently learn to use herbs and make herbal remedies while learning herbalism. Because more importantly, that will let you have confidence in the local herbs that are growing all around you, knowing exactly which herbs to use for which remedies and when to harvest them for the highest potency and safety. How will that feel? And think about having a community of other healers who are on the same journey as you, all committed to creating a robust alternative to the current medical model by growing herbs and crafting herbal blends for healing. This is the opportunity we have today, and it's why I'm so passionate about learning to use our local herbs to create local apothecaries that can weather the storm. This is the reason I created the DIY Herbal Fellowship. So if you're a mom that wants to add herbs to her family's wellness strategies, you want to be more confident in choosing the right herbs for your family, or you're a growing healer and want to have the support of a community cheering you on, the DIY Herbal Fellowship can help. So let's take a minute and talk about what's included in the DIY Herbal Fellowship and how it will help you confidently learn to use herbs and grow your herbal wisdom easier and faster. The DIY Herbal Fellowship was specifically designed for healers and herbalists. It's structured to break down learning herbs step by step and to show you what to focus on to make big strides quickly. It's broken down into monthly master classes, and you get a new Herb of the Month class as well every month. This will help you get to know your herbal allies faster and easier. We do the heavy lifting for you so you can spend just 5 to 15 minutes a day in a focused experience getting to know each herb well. This is essential at every level of herbalism, like the pianist doing her scales at the beginning of each practice session. It's the 80-20 rule for herbalists, and I told you about it in the last video. When you know your herbal allies well, you have an inner knowing of when to use each one to get the most targeted benefits from each one. This is the core of all herbal studies. Along with the Herb of the Month class, you also get a new master class each month that's focused on one aspect of herbology. That's the study of herbs, so that all the bases are covered, from the Materia Medica study to anatomy and physiology, herbal medicine making, crafting essentials like natural household products, cosmetics, spa products, and medicines to replace the over-the-counter meds and cosmetics in your bathroom and medicine cabinet. Plus, you'll learn how to grow herbs in the garden in a way that heals the land, attracts pollinators, and encourages biodiversity in your garden. You'll also learn how to take your knowledge and apply it in practical ways in your family and in the wider community as you grow your skills in herbal medicine and medicinal herbs. During each masterclass, I'll walk you through the process so you'll know exactly how to confidently use herbs in particular circumstances and grow in your understanding of how to apply them effectively without getting sidetracked in all the usual frustrations. Here's a quick overview of what you'll find in the DIY Herbal Fellowship. There are over 50 herbal masterclasses, including 14 classes in herbal medicine preparation, including poultices, wound sprays, fomentations, healing salves, a DIY herbal first aid kit that you can get started on right away, herbal fermentations, small batch mead making, preserving garden herbs, essential oil chemistry, flavonoids and antioxidants, even an apocalypse apothecary that you can make right away, working with resins, working with beeswax, water wellness, rose medicine, herbal pills and capsules. There's also 10 classes in herbs for specific body systems and symptoms, like antibiotic herbs, herbs for menopause and perimenopause, herbs for the heart and circulation, herbs for bone health, herbs for the respiratory system, herbs for the digestive system, herbs for brain health, the immune system, the lower digestive system, the nervous system. Plus, there's 9 additional classes in herbs for specific health needs, like pain management, the adaptogens, the antivirals, the stress management, and even CBD oil for wellness. There's also herbal skincare, anti-aging, herbs for our pets, herbs for pregnancy and lactation, and radioprotective herbs that are going to protect you from the 5G towers and the Wi-Fi signals that you can't help but be exposed to. Plus, there's 5 classes in organic and regenerative herb gardening, including preparing your herb garden for success, season extenders, companion planting, and medicinal mushrooms. We also go a little bit into hydroponic gardening. So if you don't have a garden, you'll be able to grow indoors using hydroponics. Plus, there's 14 classes that are going to help you in self-reliance and preparedness, like herbal soap making, melt and pour soaps, herbal cleaning supplies, natural dyeing and therapeutic cloth, foraging for medicinal herbs, organizing your herbal pantry once you've got all of your herbs dried, and then there's also some courses on becoming a community or village herbalist to help you in the wider community. And we look at culinary herbs and using your herbs to make gifts, also conifers, and we look at the Materia Medica and how to make your own. We also look at personal wellness planning and teaching herbs to children. So it's not just about you, but also about spreading the knowledge to the next generation, and so much more. Each class is accompanied by a practical hands-on manual, workbook or ebook with recipes or exercises to help you connect on a deeper level with what you're learning. This will help you retain the information that you learned, plus it will help you build a local herbal apothecary even as you are learning how to use it. When we work with our hands, we retain more of what we study than when we only work with our brains. And a bonus, you make medicine that is safe and effective and really works, that you can use to ditch the drugstore, build a robust herbal medicine cabinet, and be prepared for emergencies and health challenges. Well, that might seem like a lot of classes. Please don't feel overwhelmed. We've got you covered because The very first thing you'll do when you get started is take the placement quiz. The placement quiz suggests what level of herbal learning you currently are at and suggests a few master classes to get you started on the right track so you won't feel overwhelmed and you'll immediately see your progress. So how is the DIY Herbal Fellowship delivered? As soon as you register for the DIY Herbal Fellowship, you'll get access to the private members area where you can immediately choose a class to get started. You can choose this month's masterclass or choose one of the over 50 masterclasses that are already in the membership dashboard. Each masterclass is just 1 to 2 hours long and divided into 4 to 5 easy short lessons. Each lesson is just 15 to 20 minutes long, so the classes are easy to consume in the time you actually have. The classes are delivered in both video and audio formats, so you can take them on your commute if you want to. A new Herb of the Month class starts on the first day of every month. But if you don't like that one, there are 24 other Herb of the Month classes to suit your needs in the course dashboard. Pick the one that speaks to you and get started right away. You get access to everything right away, so you can pick the class that speaks to you and delve into it as you have time, even if that's when the rest of your world is sound asleep. For the best results, we see members dedicating just 1 hour per week to go through the master class and 15 minutes a day to get through the Herb of the Month class. Of course, the time it takes to implement varies depending on your ability and experience. But the good news is that you'll have access to the material as long as you remain a member in good standing. So you'll be able to reference it whenever you need it and as many times as you like. And you'll be fully supported with a Facebook community and 2 monthly calls that are live with me and my team. You'll get your questions answered, and you'll also get some support from your peers. We have a great group of members that are very willing to share their experience. Plus, when you come into the membership now, you'll be able to participate in the Apothecary Pursuit Challenge, a fun group activity where we encourage each other to make herbal medicine that we need to prepare our families for the coming cold and flu season, with the exact remedies that we've found and proven to be effective in stemming the flu and easing symptoms. Many of our members were helped through the big nasty by the herbal remedies made during our annual Apothecary Pursuit Challenge that happens every September. Now, you may be thinking, is a DIY Herbal Fellowship right for me? Know this, the people who get the biggest benefit from the DIY Herbal Fellowship are those that are committed to participating in the members community, check in on the membership at least once or twice a month, participate in the classes, and care about making their own natural herbal remedies and adopting a healthy lifestyle. People like Debbie, who is learning to make herbal medicine in the little bits of time she has with 19 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. But even with only making herbal medicine in the margins of time that she actually had, she successfully made herbal soap and completed a herbal first aid kit this summer. Or someone like Tina, who used the time management tips that she learned inside the DIY Herbal Fellowship, finished an intermediate course at another herb school, and is now planning to create an herbal products business with support through the membership. Or someone like Tammy, who created a first aid kit for her adult son to help for when he is injured on the job as a professional baseball umpire. Those balls fly at 100 miles per hour, and when it hits you, it leaves a very deep bruise. But Tammy's herbal first aid kit shortened his healing time, and it takes away the pain quickly. You'll find the recipes in the DIY Herbal Travel First Aid Kit class inside the membership. Or someone like Sandy, who is teaching in-person make-and-take workshops to fund her herbal education using the materials and bonus curriculum inside the membership to make her goals a reality, in spite of the economic downturn. If you see yourself in any of these stories I just shared, and you once and for all want to confidently learn to use herbs safely and effectively and create your own herbal apothecary, the DIY Herbal Fellowship is for you. Who shouldn't join the DIY Herbal Fellowship? Well, before we go any further, let's take an objective look at the DIY Herbal Fellowship. There are people who won't do well with this material. It's not for everyone who kind of wants to check things out. You can't kind of confidently learn to use herbs and craft the remedies that are needed to fill an herbal apothecary and understand how to use them effectively. Getting these types of results takes a commitment to succeed. Would you want to fly with a pilot who kind of knew how to fly? Or would you rather have a pilot who's committed to mastering the necessary skills? It sounds like a silly example, but it's a perfect analogy. The DIY Herbal Fellowship is for people who are committed to doing what it takes to confidently learn to use herbs and create an herbal apothecary so they can ditch the drugstore and gain some independence and self-reliance. If the intention and right attitude isn't there, this isn't the program for you, and it's best not to join. So how else are you supported through this process? I've just added some brand new extras, which are designed to make it even easier for you to get results. I'm all about helping you confidently learn to use herbs and create the herbal remedies that you need, and I'm determined to make this as simple as possible. I've seen people get stuck, and I've developed these bonuses to specifically address these challenges so you can bust through those roadblocks. The first one is called 12 Plus Recipes to help you save $20 this month. If you're struggling with finding room in your budget to invest in your herbal education and you're cutting out other expenses, this bonus will give you the clarity you're after so that you can finally have room in your budget to invest in yourself. You'll get access to this as soon as you complete the registration. Next, you're getting hosting an in-person make and take workshop. That's the one I talked about when I told you Sandy's story. Have you ever wondered how to host a workshop making herbal products like lip balms, body scrubs, salves? In this bonus training, I'll show you step by step how to create the curriculum for 3 different make and take workshops, including shopping lists, finding a venue, pricing your workshop so it's still profitable, and getting signups. After this, you'll immediately understand how easy it is to fund your herbal education as you go. This program is available for you as soon as you register. Finally, you're also going to get Goal Planning for Herbalists, a workshop to help you document your studies so that you can apply for membership in one of the many herbal societies, such as the American Herbalist Guild. Are you planning to become a professional herbalist? In this advanced training, you'll learn how to document your self-study, online coursework, and projects so that your self-study can be recognized by the broader healing community. This is helpful if you decide to become a community herbalist or if you want to look for a practicum placement to become a clinical herbalist sometime down the road. These 3 bonuses were designed with you in mind, so you have the extra help above and beyond what's already in the DIY Herbal Fellowship to help you overcome the biggest challenges that we herbalists face. All your bonuses are immediately available to you inside the members area. Each of these bonuses has been intentionally created to help you confidently learn to use herbs and grow your herbal wisdom easier and faster. Now, speaking of being intentional, I've intentionally included a 100% money-back guarantee. This program has worked for hundreds of people, and I know it will work for you too. But I also know that there's a lot of too good to be true fly-by-night promotions online. So you want to carefully choose who you learn from. That's why I've included this guarantee. Try the DIY Herbal Fellowship for 20 days. If it's not everything I said it is and you don't feel like I've delivered, ask for a refund sometime within the first 20 days. By now, you've seen that the DIY Herbal Fellowship gets results, and it saves you time, and it will help you fund your herbal education. But you do have alternatives, so let's look at those. What would it cost if you were to try to learn this yourself through one of the online herb schools? Many of the online herb schools charge $1,000 to $3,000 for the basic herbal education, covering herbal medicine making and herbs for the various body systems. More recently, universities like Cornell are offering 6-month certificate programs in ethnobotany and herbal medicine. And the cost of these courses is from $350 to $550 per month, 10 times the cost of the DIY Herbal Fellowship. Plus, many of these courses are out of reach to those who are pressed for time, with course lessons that are 1 to 3 hours long. I know I've taken some of them. Who has that kind of time? Course lessons inside the DIY Herbal Fellowship are designed to be no more than 15 to 20 minutes each, giving you the no-fluff information so that you can cut to the chase and get the meat of herbal studies without wasting any of your precious time. If your time is at a premium, then the DIY Herbal Fellowship can give you the essentials without wasting what time you have. And worst, what would it cost you if you did nothing at all? If you stayed stuck without learning to safely use herbs with your family, that would be tragic. Third leading cause of death in the Western world right now is medical error. Speaking about the number 1 cause of death will get you banned on social media, but there's another way. Many people tell me they no longer trust the medical system, and they want to find a way to safely use herbs with their family and craft their own safe and effective remedies. And that's totally doable for most people with just a little help and guidance. When you add up all the hours you'd spend trying to do it alone, not to mention the frustration of not getting where you want to be quickly, well, you deserve to take the easiest and fastest route so you can finally confidently learn to use herbs and create the safe and effective remedies that your family needs. And the way to get there, I believe, is the DIY Herbal Fellowship. The investment is just $50 a month, a huge savings over other schools and online programs. And you know what? We cover even more of the same curriculum. To make the progress you want in your life, you've got to break old habits. The way you're going to do that is by investing in this program. I'll walk you through the entire process step by step so you too can confidently learn to use herbs and create your own safe, potent, and effective herbal remedies. If you follow what I show you, you'll make progress. That's why I guarantee it. The registration period is closing Thursday, August 25th. We do this so that we can cater to all the new members coming through. It's kind of like a college class. Once the registration period is complete, everyone begins class together, and I make myself available to support you. If it was open all the time, it would get confusing and complicated to try to support so many people who are all at different places in the program. So the deadline to register is Thursday, August 25th at midnight Pacific time. As you look to make a decision, just know this. If you're feeling overwhelmed with learning to safely use herbs with your family, or you're struggling to have the support of a community cheering you on, that's totally normal. For most of us, the biggest challenge is trying to manage all this on top of all our other responsibilities we have. Life is an ongoing competition for your time and attention, and it's a competition that, frankly, you rarely win. But it doesn't have to be that way. By making your goals a priority and having what you need to make them a reality, you can interrupt the pattern and get where you want to go. Ask yourself this: what's important in your life right now? What do you want to achieve in the months ahead? Knowing how to confidently learn to use herbs and make your own safe and potent herbal remedies, building a reliable and robust herbal apothecary will give you exactly what you're after: peace of mind. Knowing you've created the best health for your family, and you can do it over and over and over again, no matter what the future holds, because you are making the medicine from herbs you grow yourself or forage from local plants. How long have you wanted to accomplish this? How many times has this goal been pushed to the back burner? You have an opportunity to do something about this right now, today. Join me and register for the DIY Herbal Fellowship. Click the button you see on this page to get started. I can't wait to help you confidently learn to use herbs to create a safe and effective herbal apothecary and to grow your herbal wisdom.